Hey, I know you've been at a ball game or watched a game on television, and it seems like a team is winning and they're in control of the game, and then all of a sudden something occurs, and the momentum, you can feel it in the stadium, completely shifts, and the momentum goes to the other team, and then they get on a roll, and they score and take the lead and end up with a victory. That's what I want to talk about, is as a gospel-centered leader, how momentum really is a leader's best friend. And that's something that you want to strive for in your organization or wherever you're working. Even as a family, you want momentum in your family. You know, it's kind of like a train, you know, a big locomotive train. When it's sitting there, the energy is spent trying to get that train going, or an airplane on the runway, right? A tremendous amount of energy is pushed forward in order to get that plane going down the runway and up into the air. It doesn't take much once it's up in the air, because momentum is already carrying it that way. The train is already going. That's like it takes so long for a train to stop, because it's the momentum is carrying the train. The same thing is true athletically, sports team. Same thing is going to be true in whatever capacity that you might be serving in as a leader right now. You need momentum in your life. So the question might be, Joe, how do I get momentum if I don't have any? The question is pretty complex. It's hard to do. It's hard to create something out of nothing. But what I would suggest to you is this. You create momentum by trying to get little victories. And what I mean by that is, don't just try to get the championship, right? Momentum typically carries a team to the championship. What you want to do is you need to create little victories. So let's say that you're in an organization and you don't have much momentum and you're trying to get things going. Well, then go do something that you know you're going to win at, right? So that your team sees that, okay, hey, we just won. And it might be an easy win, but it creates momentum. Let me give you an example. If you're a sports fan, you keep up with college football. Most of the larger programs will start the season off with some pretty easy opponents, right? Not always, but typically that's kind of been the norm of late. And what happens is, yes, they're working on their offense, working on their defense, and so forth, but also what's happening is they're creating some victories so that momentum will carry them into the big opponent that they need to win against. Same is true with you. Create little victories, little victory, little victory. You string those together, it gives you some momentum. It gets the train going down the track so that you can, so that when the momentum wanes or the engine starts to become disabled a little bit, the momentum keeps you going forward. And so that's just some thoughts on momentum. You need it in your life, and that's even for yourself personally, not just an organization, but yourself personally. You feel like you're in a rut. You know, some people had a seminary professor once who, if he said it 100 times, or once he said 100 times, he said he defined a rut as a grave with both ends knocked out, and that's kind of true. And if you're in a rut, I just want to encourage you, create some small victories in your life and let that get you out of that rut, so that then you can be on a firm footing and be the leader that God has called you to be. So anyway, contact me if I can do anything for you. Thanks for watching this video, and God bless.